guys, it's Eliana with Team T Outdoors, and today we're working on the pond. After we already got all the trees cut down, we need to get all the dirt scraped up and expand this area to expand the pond. And I have my dad working with the tractor, and we already did lots of progress. So hopefully we get it done this week. Yeah, let's get into it.
Well, this is my very first pond that I've ever built. Having my own property and buying a tractor, I figured, if I just start working at this day in and day out, digging dirt, moving dirt, I could dig this pond out with no problem. Well, the more that I worked and the more that I dug and the more that I looked at the progress I had, I realized I was not going to be getting anywhere anytime soon. And I had to make some serious changes and some serious decisions, or else I was going to spend every single day, sun up to sundown, digging this pond and moving dirt.
Well, guys,
so something's got to change.
It's a nice overcast Oklahoma day, and I'm going to take a little time. Today's January 2nd, and how do I know the day? Because today is Eliana's birthday, and we're going to be celebrating her birthday over at a Airtopia or something like that, where we're going to go jump on trampolines. So that's going to be fun. But while I'm waiting for Lindy to get some laundry done at the laundromat, I'm going to go move a little bit of dirt out of this pond and just kind of keep this whole pond build going, because it's taken me a lot of time moving this much dirt with this little tiny bucket. But I'm making progress every time I go out there. So if I just keep plugging at it one bite at a time, it's going to be done. All right, let's get out there and we'll do some time lapse. So let's go. Down into the center of the pond. I wanted those there because those root balls actually take a long time to disintegrate in the water. They make really great fish structure. Not as much as like little limbs, but they're much hardier and they last a lot longer. So putting the root ball is a good idea in the bottom of your pond for fish structure. All right, let's take Ellie out to her birthday. We're all done, and tomorrow we'll get back after it, but at least we got the big stumps knocked out. That was a really big problem. I had to chew around those things for days on end and finally got to knock them out. Now it's time to go have some fun.
What is going on, everybody? I'm getting an early start this morning. Got to pick up a excavator to work on this pond. So house is quite a ways now. This is where we're at when we're filming this video. It's cold, but it's not freezing and the wind's not blowing, so I feel comfortable today. Pretty excited because my dad's gonna come and help me. So stick around, guys, if you want to watch this pond build finish up. I've spent days and days and days working on this pond, endless hours of time lapse and filming, and I just could not really get anywhere with my little tractor and with Butch's tractor. So I'm biting the bullet, spend some money, rent an excavator, and we're gonna work the dog snot out of it today. So without further ado, let's get after this video. All right, guys. Well, yesterday was a long day. We worked well into the night. I didn't record any of that. We ran time lapses on multiple cameras watching us build the pond. My dad was a big help. Butch came over and was a huge help running his tractor. And the boys, man, the boys surprised me. I had Eli on the tractor the whole day helping us. And so we're gonna I got the skid steer up on the trailer right now because I had to go take it and get it filled with fuel last night at like 11. We got up this morning, we went to church. Now we're back from church. I'm dressed up in all my dirty clothes again from the mud, and we're gonna get to finishing this pond, guys. So we're just gonna continue this pond journey. This has been a long journey. I started this pond before this house was even started. Once we got the property and hunted and stuff, and they started working on the slab, I started working on the pond with the tractor, and I did not. After looking at what we've done in the last day, I was never gonna get this done with that tractor. Probably would have went through a whole tractor trying to do it. So this equipment that we rented from Equipment One in Owasso, man, they're night and day difference of what you can do with professional grade equipment in building your pond. And we're gonna show you our pond, and we're gonna show you how to build it and what to do, and I'm gonna explain everything I did. So let's go over here to the pond. All right, so I just drove the skid steer down here. What's going on there? Okay, nothing. And I'm gonna show you guys what the pond looks like. Okay, so you guys know the pond. Well, we have dug it out like this. And you can see the two different colors dirt. So the dark colored dirt is actually good soil. That's plantable soil. And then when you get down to that brown level, this is the clay. And this is actually the part that's gonna hold the water. This clay is what will hold the water in the pond. What we have done is we have dug down, and these were the old trees that we cut down. You can see how low we are above them, and they were on this hill. Okay, they were on this hill, and we cut the hill out. Now these are going to be, I'm going to try to take as much dirt away from the roots as possible. I'm going to try to level this out almost to the bottom of the pond here, through here, around that stump. No, I'm sorry, we're going to take that stump out because we're going to try to make a rope swing from here. So that's got to come out, and all those stumps have got to come out. And we're going to deepen this right here and pull this up into this, trying to make this one long, deep spot in the middle of the pond, kind of going in, because the pond's going to be round. We're going to have a big, deep spot and a deep channel right in the center. It's going to go all the way out to the main part of the pond where the deepest part is. And then basically this is going to be in the water. This is going to have a little trail through it that's deep. And then the sharp banks here, those are steep, the flowing, nice, you know, curved up banks. And then up in here, after this deep spot and this deep trench, we're going to level it off, and then we're going to be about 2 foot to 3 foot of water, kind of at an angle. And we're going to leave about 1 foot of water where fish can come up and spawn and have babies, and in the shallows when the sun heats it up, but can retreat quickly down into this deeper, cooler water in the summer and warmer water in the winter. Eli's getting something to eat right there, waiting for me to get done talking so we can get back to work. This spot right here we're going to leave. We're going to leave these trees, we're going to leave this. This is where we're going to tie the rope swing so that we can actually rope swing. We'll probably build a platform right here, and we'll have a rope swing out into the pond. So that'll be fun. I don't know yet if it's true. I haven't looked into it, but we have some friends that told us that in Oklahoma, if your pond is over a half an acre, that the agricultural department will come and stock it for you for free. I don't know how true that is. We're still looking into it, but if that is true, hopefully we'll get this pond stocked for free.
And you know guys, I could be doing homework or like playing games right now, because like it's a 4-day weekend, I want to have some fun. But you know, this pond, I can see it. This is gonna be a really fun pond. I'm gonna invite my friends over. We're gonna jump and swim in here, fish. You can see how big it's gonna be. It's gonna be giant. And so I want to get this pond done, and so I'll be putting in 10 hours today and just straight up digging dirt, but it's all worth it. It's all worth it. We'll see. So
think, babe? It's so hard to see depth with a camera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down into the pond here.
Yes, and then point it at me.
Oh yeah, there we go. And I still have to bring in some gravel and some rock and stuff like that. This is a little bit shallower area right here. I kind of left this little hump so that fish can, I'm gonna put some peat gravel in here, and this should be about in 1.5 feet, 2 foot of water, and this will be where a lot of the fish spawn. I did try to make some different contours, so I got a little hole here, and then right here I carved out a very deep channel. It's the same depth as the pond, and I went all the way down. What was really good is that I found shell rock on the bottom. I'm just gonna jump down here. It's about, oh! So it's clay, but at the very bottom of the clay,
Shell.
found shell, and it's already wet. So I know that this is gonna hold water. It's already, obviously it's holding water, but it's gonna hold a lot of water because this is solid clay. It was tough to dig through. I even stuck one of the trees. I pulled out a tree. Watch out, babe. And I stuck it right in the middle of this cutout here. I don't know how tall that is. That's, well, it's over my head, so that's at least about 6-7 feet. That's probably 10 foot deep in this hole. So I cut it out, and then this part here, I added some dirt on top, and I made this a sharp cliff, and I cleared this out as deep as I could, because this is what's under this is our rope swing that we're gonna tie off somehow. we're gonna somehow make this a rope swing, and I was hoping maybe the dock will come out here. I'm not sure how we're gonna do this yet. I got rid of all these stumps on this side, so none of the kids would land on a stump. These are just some roots, so there's no hard stumps sticking up anywhere. I cleaned it all out. The only place that has stumps, and I left them here on purpose for fish habitat, I carved as much dirt around them as I could, and then this will be under the water fish habitat with roots hanging out. This is going to be really good for fish to hang out at. And then we're going to clean up a lot of the weedy stuff that's around the pond, all those shrubs. We're going to take those out. Any of the small shrubs, busted up trees, we'll cut those out. And then I want to level the entire top. If there's big trees, we're going to cut them down. There's going to be a trail on the entire top of the pond from right there all the way around, so you can come and you can get onto this point and then work your way around the pond again. Hopefully I get all the gravel put in first and all the rest of the fish habitat that I want to put in here, and I'm going to pump once we put the gravel in and some of the peat rock and stuff. I'll have a pump, and we'll pump all the water out of the creek as it's running and fill the pond up. We have dirt everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Here's what we did with all the dark dirt. This is actually good soil for planting. We separated it away from all of it. We took the top layers, took our time to take all the top layer dirt, and we made a giant mound here. And then all the clay dirt, this was a low spot. This was very low. And we filled this in a lot. This was actually probably 4, maybe 5 feet lower. We filled all this in. I'm hoping it doesn't kill the trees because we're up on some of these trees about 2 feet. We put all this dirt in here, all that dirt there. And when I was first started out with the tractor, I filled all this in right here. So this was the cutout, and you can see the creek right there. This was the cutout that I guess they carved out of this pond to drain it, because it would never get that high, and I had to fill it in so I could get more water to fill in the pond. Hopefully the pond will get up quite a ways now, at least up to touching these trees. I'd like it to be touching these big trees here, and that way we have plenty of fishing. I got to trim a lot of big trees up top so the kids don't catch their lures in all these trees. Once I trim all those, we can cast around. It'll be nice and shady. All right, guys, well, the pond is built. It's time to call the fishing game and get some fish stocked in it. I'll take the kids fishing and we'll get some fish stocked in it. first we got to get some water in it. So probably do another video here soon about putting all the rest of the pieces in this. All right, guys, so we are in, I don't know what day this is on the pond build, but today should be the final day, and we may work into the night. I didn't film a lot of the last weekends, so you're seeing all this as one big video. And I know there's a lot of different broken up days because this pond has taken us a long time to put together. But today we're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish moving the dirt, and we, as in we, I say me and Elijah, he's driving the tractor to put in the dirt. We did basically an exit video when we thought we were finished with it, but we wanted it a little bit wider because I could cast easily across it. I wanted it a little bit wider so we can have a little bit more fishing area. So I rented the equipment again. We have to move all the dirt to the neighbors, and we're getting it extended about 10 more yards width-wise coming toward the house. So with that, we're gonna set up this time lapse. Linda's gonna get some regular footage of us doing it, and we're gonna keep rolling, guys. You're watching Team Tate Outdoors. Let's stick with it. We're building this homestead. Maybe you took the wrong path or something. The water's really pooled up. Now look, hey, you gotta use your bucket. Put your bucket down and then, yeah, and dig that in. No, more. No, more. Like that, down, and go backwards in reverse while you twist the bucket backwards. Hey, stop. You gotta turn the bucket to push you backwards. There you go. There you go. Like, come on back. The mud has gotten so bad right here on a creek crossing. You see this creek is flowing. I need to get a pump, start pumping this water into the pond, because we had a little bit of rain yesterday, but it's gotten really, really bad trying to move this dirt to make this pond, so we're gonna figure something out. So we moved the dirt for about another 20 minutes and lost all our light, but going through the creek was kind of rough, and we weren't gonna be trying to drive that tractor through there very much more, because it did get to where it was trying to even get the skid steer stuck. But move on to the next day. We got all this dirt moved, and now it's time to start prepping this pond for fish.
Crevices is where little baby fish are going to get so that they can stay safe. All through there. That means my bait fish are going to continue to multiply, and my big fish will have something to eat. It's all part of a successful ecosystem in a pond. My small part. This is a giant brush pile I added here, but I'm gonna actually burn a lot of this up. These were just a lot of cutouts from the pond. I think what I'm gonna do is, you can see all them big logs that are over there. I'm gonna tow a lot of that out. I gotta cut a lot of this shrub brush back so we can actually access fishing areas on the pond. We gotta get that done soon. The water is, every little bit of rain we get is starting to settle and stay in the pond though. That's what I got right here. Pond is green and nasty, but soon it'll be full of life. Kind of gives a good idea how deep it is. Tractor's sitting in the bottom of the pond, and the bank is right here. You can kind of see how deep the pond is compared to the tractor, where the tractor is. Yeah, so I could drive that tractor off in the pond, almost make it disappear. Huh. All right, let's put some more structure in here. So this is kind of where I need to do most of the work. There's a lot of trees, brush, and nasty stuff right in this area. So we're gonna get to cutting down, trimming some of this stuff up, see if we can't make this area a little bit more accessible for fishing. All right, well, this corner looks a lot better. Still have some stuff up there. I want to trim that tree right there, and then that little patch of bushes. I just want some scattered trees through here you could cast through. It just rained, and I'm fixing to go harvest the water that's out of our creek, put into our pond. And I got one of these water pump, and it's for like dirty water. All right, I'm gonna set you guys up. I'll speed through this portion, get this thing hooked up. We'll get it hooked on the tractor. We'll run it down to the creek, start sucking some water out. The shorter hose will make it. And wherever I put it, that's where it's going to stay all spring. Okay, filled that up like they said to do. Let's cap it back off. Let's make sure the switch is on. Yeah, let's do that first. Now it'll start.
Once I hooked all this up, started running it, I could not get the water to be sucked up and start spewing out. I filled this motor up about 3 times with a jug of water. I was shaking the hose. I moved the red hose off the hill down to the water's edge. And finally I started to get some flow. So now let's see how it's going.
Okay guys, I got her primed. She took a minute to get primed, but now started sucking at the bottom. We're gonna go ahead and start her up. I don't think it's made it to the top yet. So we're gonna get up here and see if we've started squirting out water. See it moving? Yes, we have. Okay, not very much yet, but it's definitely happening. There we go. There we go. There she goes. Yes, sir. Now we gotta just make sure that our well where the water's coming from, down there, make sure it don't run dry. So we're gonna start sucking all the water from everywhere into that exact spot. You can see it kind of swirling now. But perfect. Started to do that. I don't want that because then it's going to start sucking air again. All right, let's empty the creek. Empty the creek into the pond. I think I have a hole in my boot because now my boot's getting all wet inside. That's not good. Water's starting to move pretty good. And if we suck all the water out of the creek, that's going to be a substantial amount of water. This is a real deep spot right here. This might even be more ideal to put the pump right here on this flat right there, maybe. Suck it over out of this deeper hole. It's got some big rocks in it. I think that might be the better decision. Oh, there's some dirt on that screen. Sorry. All right, well, I'm gonna shut it down. I'm gonna fill this pond up. We'll let you see the creek later on. I gotta pick the kids up in a few hours, so hopefully we'll get somewhere by then. So it's been running for about 25 minutes now, and I'm gonna show you that this water is trying to pull from way down here. We've darn near almost emptied all that water. All right, guys, we are about 40 minutes into this sucking this water out of this creek. I'm down to nothing. Okay, so I moved the pump. We got it out of here. On top of the pond bank, over here, where we actually have a little bit deeper pool, and there's some big rocks. So I got some rocks on it right there, holding it down. I'm gonna fire her up and we'll see if we can spit water into the back part of the pond. All right. Hopefully I didn't lose my, oh, let's keep that closed. Let's see if it'll suck, I don't know. Come on. There it goes. A little bit. A little bit. Moving a little. Come on, spit it out. Come on, you can do it. I really don't want to have to prime this all over again. Priming this thing sucks. Because maybe I'm doing it the wrong way. I don't know. we're gonna see. I'm gonna get the jug and we'll prime it again. We'll get it started. Last one? Two more. Alright. So, there we go, guys. Sloppy mess. I don't want to walk in next, it's going to stick to my boots. We got to plant a lot of vegetation here still. Once we get the vegetation in here, it'll help the banks from eroding and give our fish some places to get and hide. Well, all right, let's put all this back here. All right, let's go fill the pond up. All right, so we just pulled over to the pond. I'm gonna check this out. You can see the creek. Hopefully the creek is really flowing. I'd like to pump that water out of there pretty heavy. There's water in it. Yeah, it's moving a little bit. It sure ain't moving like I thought it would be. Pond's slowly filling in though. It's so sloppy, muddy. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. There's a lot of water in there. We fixed to empty that. Let's check the gas. So we got plenty of fuel. Oh, we don't. Let me put some gas in this thing. She'll run for hours. Choker. Warm up. Water looks nice and clean too. And you can tell it's really filled in compared to what it was last night, all the way down the creek's water. So we ought to be able to suck a bunch out here today. Alright, let's see what we got. Now to get the sucking. Slowly. She'll come spraying through there in a second. There it goes. A little bit, and now to get that really pouring here shortly. Man, we got a whole bunch to fill up. It's gonna have to be raining all year to fill this thing up. So it was spraying out water, but not quite as hard as it should have been. So I went down in the bottom, pulled the hose out, and it had stuff all over the filter. This is how it should be spraying. That's putting out some water now. All right, guys, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set up a time lapse here on this tree. We're gonna watch this creek get sucked out. Here we go. So the idea here is to just start the fire on top. We did it when we lit the fire down below before we finished the pond. When I burned the camera up, we actually started a fire on the top because we couldn't access the bottom. And then as those hot coals get hotter and hotter, they'll start dropping down, and then you start feeding it and then pushing it into the fire, and it burned up fine. So this one's starting pretty good.
sun is getting pretty low, but what's not getting low? My pond. It's actually getting high. I got the boys out, got out of school. They came to help out. Jeremiah, he became Tarzan. Ah! I didn't see you swing across the water this time.
Right here.
Huh? All right, go for it. Jeremiah has found a new use for playing in the woods. He found a vine over the pond. Let's go, Tarzan. He's going in the water. Well, that was good. Oh, now Eli wants to try. Of course he does. You fell in the water? I'll fall in the water. You gotta grab real high. There it goes. There it goes.
Let go.
Nice.
All right, your turn.
My turn?
Yeah, you'll pop in the water. I think it's too big.
I'll do it. Dang it. Here. Hold the phone. It's recording.
Wait, let me get some gloves. Give me my gloves.
Yeah.
Wait.
I don't care. You only live once, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Alright.
No, he's got my phone, so.
Alright.
Whoa.
That's how it's done, boys. That's how it's done, Jungle Man style. All right, Diddy, can you do better than that?
He got mud in his boots because he's fell in the water.
I swung way out.
Ah.
Like, get out way into the knot. What you doing with no shoes? All right, Eli, your turn.
Alright, last one.
Last one. Oh, you want these gloves?
Yeah, probably. I don't know.
All right, hold on. There is adult supervision here. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. All right. No, you got to go walk up to that tree. Reach up real high on the vine. Reach up high on the vine. No, reach up high. Yeah. And then jump out this way. No. Higher. Higher. Now jump out this way. Oh. Come on, guys. You can do better than that. Hey, if it was hotter, we could just swing out and just let go.
Yeah, not in the green water. You like freaking fall on a log or something.
There's no logs there. Uh-oh, Jeremiah's gonna, oh. Yes. Oh. All right, enough of the jungle gym. We gotta go eat pizza. We were all done, and then JD thought, yeah, I want to do one more time. Hey, what happened?
I swang. I was gonna hit the tree, so I let go. And like I found.
You didn't have no balance, huh?
No.
Oh, the funs of the pond are just beginning. Climb it. Step on the vine. You got it. How high can he go? Can he get to the top? He's pretty high.
Come on, you're almost there.
He's like 9 feet. Oh.
Pull up.
Don't slide down it. You're going to scratch yourself. Make sure you let go with your feet.
There you go. Almost there. So close. Don't give up.
He's slipping. He's almost done. Oh, you got it. He's resting, but he's tearing his legs up. He's tearing his legs up. There's no... Oh, yeah, grab onto the limb and hold it there. And then fall into the mud, break your ankle. He did it. He did it. Good job. Good job, buddy. Yeah, you better not do it.
You can't do it.
Don't. I'm not going to.
You're just gonna break it.